What if the Separatists went against the First Order? Well, let's start that. We got, guess what? B1, B2, B3 Ultra Battle Droid, Droidicas, Ultra Droidicas, the Crab Droid, Spider Droid, Octupra, the Gunship, Ultra Tank, all this, because I'm not saying that, Vulture Droid, Commando Droid, Magna Guard, even more Vulture Droids, and a whole lot more. And they outnumber the First Order by trillions. Endless facilities making them. And then, not to mention, some, like, let's use the peak presence of the CIS. They use a central computer. They also have the independent thinker models, which are just flawed droids, but still get the job done because they outnumber clones and the First Order by trillions. Then we got tactical droids, super tactical droids. And let's add one more thing to make this far worse. The Melevents. Yep. That's going to be one hell of a fight right there. Imagine you're in the First Order. All of a sudden, you see a Separatist ship. Not just any. Grievous's first flagship. The Melevents. Oh my god. That wouldn't be a fair fight at all. Like, think about it. Sending a big ship just to destroy a bunch of these. I don't care if the First Order ships are bigger and wider or all that crap. It's going to shut them down pretty good. As long as most of it's in the EMP range. I think it. And then not to mention, you got to survive thousands of Vulture droids, which are also on the exterior, the interior, and not to mention the gunships for boarding parties. This is not a fair fight. It isn't even close. Now, yes, I can say Starkiller Base could wipe them all out with destroying their facilities. But even if that's the case, there's still thousands of them, including the reserve fleet. And then secondly, I think if we use the central computer, they're way more violent. And then we can add the commando droids, the B2 droids, B3, ultra battle droids, sniper droids, everything. That would be scarier. And if you really want to make it much more of a nightmare, remember, the Republic had to use ionized Tabana gas. What the First Order uses is not ionized, so the droids are way more lethal. Because one, they're not going to be affected by the red gas, or normal Tabana gas. Tabana gas, almost said glass again, oh my god. If the First Order did switch to ionized Tabana, then I'd say they have a pretty good, set up, but they're still not going to win. Because one, only reason why the clones won is because that shutdown order, yes, but they also, they were trained from birth. They have specialized units. Droids can survive fire. They can survive a lot of blaster shots to the face, too. A good example was the commando droids, which they survived literally the ionized shots from Captain Rex and Cody during the Rishi Moon. A headshot, they still got back up. The First Order will not be surviving. It's going to be literally an unfair fight. And you can take out literally the Melevents or any freaking super project that the Separatists, and it will not be a fair fight still, because the B1s are actually just enough, because those are just basic models that overwhelm. And then the B2s, that's an overwhelm them too, because the B2s have rocket, aquatic, I think. Yeah, aqua droids are a version of B2. Then they got the normal B2 with the watch those wrist rockets. That is actually enough to beat the First Order. Is just a couple B1s and B2s, nothing else, because they're not a big threat to the Separatists.